What if I told you that the death sentence of student loan debt actually has a secret escape hatch? Most people see their life insurance as a break the glass in case of emergency plan, but the wealthy see it as a private bank. Today, we're breaking down how you can use a specifically designed life insurance policy to not only wipe out your own debt, but to fund your children or your child's or that special niece or nephew's education so they never have to sign a loan document in the first place. Stop paying the banks and start paying yourself. Let's dive in. So, the E in DIME, okay? Education. That's what the E stands for. We've talked about in the DIME concept of the DIME matrix as it relates to protecting your family with life insurance. We've already talked about the D, which is death and debt. We talked about the I, which is income. The M is mortgage. And now the E, the final concept in the DIME matrix, is education. So there's a couple of ways you can approach this. As I mentioned in the intro, you can utilize certain types of life insurance to actually build your own family bank. I'm a licensed insurance broker. I understand how this concept works. So let me clue you in. So you can actually use life insurance as an investment vehicle. There are tax protections that are in place that allow you to invest a maximum amount, depending on the policy, in this life insurance policy, okay? And it can either be an indexed universal life policy, also called an IUL, or even a whole life policy. There's also a variable universal life policy that invests a lot of the monies that goes into that policy in the stock market. So there's some volatility there because there's really no floor in how much you can lose with that policy. There are special licensed life insurance professionals that have to be licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission to write those variable universal life policies. Okay, so if you want to tap into those, you'll have to work with someone that has a Securities and Exchange Commission license. Now, for your average life insurance professional, they can help you with the whole life or the IUL, the Index Universal Life Policy or Universal Life Policy. Ultimately, these policies allow you to essentially save for the future. You can borrow against the cash value that has accumulated in these policies, and the interest rate is published at the time of the policy. So with the DIME matrix and the E standing for education, you can utilize the funds from your life insurance policy to essentially subsidize your education expense for either yourself, a dependent child, or another family member that you want to support their education as opposed to them having to take out student loans, okay? So if you were to have passed away yesterday, you want to think about your life insurance program and what you may want to include to be allocated towards your education debt. Do you want monies in your life insurance program to be set aside to pay off this debt? Some people don't even care. They're like, I'm going to be gone. I won't care anything about my student loan debt. They're just going to have to charge that off. I'm not going to care anything about my credit rating. I'm no longer here. I don't care. But some people do want to pay off that debt. You can allocate money for that in your life insurance program. Additionally, as I mentioned, you might want to take care of the children in your family. You might want to say, hey, I don't want my children to have to take out any student loan debt if something were to happen to me before they go away off to college and I'm still supporting them as my minor children. I want money set aside in my life insurance program to send them to college without having a care in the world. When you talk to your life insurance agent about setting up your life insurance program, these are some things that they should definitely discuss with you because they're extremely important. Everybody's lifestyle is different, okay? It's important to have an analysis that's specific to your lifestyle, your needs, your goals, and how you want to set up your legacy. If you want more information on this topic, please tap in with me. You can contact me. The link in my bio will give you all of my contact information, and I can certainly come back and talk a little bit more about building your family bank and what that actually means to the average person, and how you can leverage life insurance in order to support your financial goals. This is Erica L. Abrams, the Gen X Wealth Architect, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.